Hey, what's poppin', what's good? My name is GomolemoDibeco and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, then thank you for coming back. If you're new, consider joining the family by subscribing and pressing the notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Like I said, I told you guys that I'm going to show you guys how to get the creases out of your Air Force Ones. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, then continue watching. So guys, I'm just going to tell you the items that you're going to need in order to take out the creases. Firstly, a white towel. Secondly, a sock or any material or piece of clothing of your choice that you're going to fill up the shoe with. Well, thirdly, you're going to need an iron, preferably a steam iron. Then last but not least, obviously you're going to need your Air Force Ones. For this video, I'm only going to need one shoe for before and after purposes. So in order to get started with the process, you just need to make sure that your towel is wet. Then after you've run your towel under the water, just rinse it out so that it's not too wet, it's a bit damp, and then we can start with the process. So guys, what I'm doing here is actually untying my shoelaces. From the videos that I've watched, they actually recommend that you take out your shoelaces, but I'm not going to do that. All I'm going to do is actually just loosen up my shoelaces before I actually fill up my toe box. So now that I've actually untied my shoelaces and I've loosened up my shoelaces, I'm going to fill up my toe box with a bunch of socks. So what I'm doing here, guys, is actually filling up my entire shoe with socks and making sure that it's nice and filled, and making sure that the toe box actually has a nice shape. So now that we've actually filled up the shoe with socks and we have a nice shape there by the toe box, what you're going to do is place the damp towel over the toe box, and we're going to get started with the process. Like I said earlier in the video, it is okay to get an ordinary iron, but it'd be better if you got a steam iron. So now that you've filled up your shoe with the socks and you've placed the damp towel over the toe box, what you're going to do is get your iron and start ironing out the creases, and try as much as possible only to use the tip of the iron. And guys, don't be scared to go in there. As you can see in the video, I am really going in and I'm checking out where the creases are so I can go back with my towel and my iron to try to iron it out. So don't be afraid to go in as many times as possible in order to get those creases out. Another thing that you guys should remember when you're taking out the creases out of your Air Force Ones with the iron is try not to go on the soles or on the rubber part of your Air Force Ones with the iron, because the material that is used there is not the same as on the toe box. Like I told you guys earlier in the video, try to go in as many times as possible in the creases to try to get them out. I swear it is worth it in the end. And obviously you'll use the different parts of the towel as it gets dry, and you use the parts that are still wet to try to get out the creases. So what I did here, I realized that some of the creases were not popping out because the shoe was not filled enough. So I got an extra sock and put it in there just to fill up the entire shoe so that I could really try to get the creases out. And here, what I was trying to do is actually trying to get the creases out of the other parts of the shoe, not just the toe box. So if you're not afraid, you can actually go up and try to get the creases out of the other parts of the shoe, not just the toe box. So this part of the video, I'm just showing you guys like basically a different view so you guys can see the different sides and get like basically like a 360 view of what I'm doing, so that when you guys do it yourselves, you're not confused and you have all the information. And as you can see, I actually felt my towel to feel whether it was still wet or whether it was dry. And because it was dry, I moved to a certain section of the towel, which was still wet, and continued taking out the creases. So remember the other shoe that I did not use earlier? Well, here it is. I'm just trying to show you guys the creases in the shoe so you can see the difference between this one and the one that I ironed. And there you go. This shoe looks way better than the other one where I did not take the creases out. You can actually see that most of the creases are out. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to see more of these videos where I give you guys fashion tips and fashion hacks, don't hesitate to let me know. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.